You are soaring flight of imagination, saturated in the movable. Removable, no excuses. You're breaking all the rules. You are brew, composed in shea butter, peppermint and honey black soap. Nas lifeline inscribed in palm, unconventional, standing 20 feet tall. You are 1969 in the syncopated. Improvisation to the metronome. You chasse too. You allow your voice to ripen before time signatures expire in measures. You origami chords. You are where 30 shakes hands with adolescents realizing you just hit puberty. Watch as red clay seeps through pores building pyramids past prime. You are prime at 44. All brass, double bass, two drummers, three electric pianos, and percussionists all saying forget it at once. Hey, it's your girl, Heather Bird here, visionary founder and CEO of Bird's World Publishing, where we are on a mission to empower individuals, especially women of color, to write and publish their brilliance so we can turn your message into a movement, y'all. And I cannot wait for this conversation today. Look here. I am beyond excited to invite you to All About Our Liberation. This is the podcast as we work collectively to reclaim and rebuild our way back home to ourselves. Inspired by the upcoming anthology, we are extending the conversation so we can transform not only on the page, but in person. Together, we create permission to write, to rest, and to remember who we were before the world got its hands on us. So go ahead, get your people in the room, all right? Start tagging them now because you don't want to miss this conversation. Go ahead, hit that share button, and you can leave a comment to let us know where you're coming from and why you are joining us today because we are in conversation, all right? This is not just a one-sided thing, all right? But before we get started, I would like to send a shout out to the network that made this opportunity possible for us to have this conversation. So let's just take a quick second to introduce you to the female solution, y'all.
Women have the power to transform this world. We can end crime and violence if we all agree to do one thing: share. Let's share our wisdom, share our time, share our talents, share our finances, but most of all, let's share our love. This is the female solution.
All right, and we're back. Now, usually when I kick things off, I get extremely excited. And this is the part of the podcast where I want to be able to slow things down a bit. All right. Want to be able to take some time to ground us because each episode deserves its own grounding piece. All right. So if you are in a good space, I want you to be careful now. I want to make sure that we are creating the opportunity to honor our ancestors and to honor ourselves and to activate that gratitude and that magic that lives within us. All right. So let's go ahead and get ourselves situated. I know that you probably have had a long day today. And I know that sometimes my shoulders like to be up by my ears. So we're going to go ahead and bring those down. All right. And if you can, go ahead and close your eyes if it is safe to do so. Or you can lower your gaze. And we're going to take some deep breaths together. And as we do so, I want you to begin to think about everyone who has helped you get to where you are today. And I promise you that's going to come back and it's going to make all the sense in the world. So let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath together. In and out through your mouth. Thank someone in your circle, in your mind. Activate that gratitude. Let's take another deep breath in together. And let's hum it out. Deep breath in. and hum out. Hmm. Whew, got chills. All right, message received. One more time. Nice deep breath in. And a deep hum out. Hmm. And as your eyes are still closed, I want to welcome you in to a quote today. It's actually an African proverb that you might have heard before, but we need that reminder sometimes. So it goes like this. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. I'll say it one more time. If you want to go fast, go alone. And if you want to go far, go together. Sometimes we activate parts of ourselves that we were told were the right way to move. And that individualism that has been, for some of us, beaten into us is not the answer. Community, collectivism, we want to be able to activate that within ourselves. So while we go ahead and take our first commercial break, I want you all to think about the people who came to your mind when you closed your eyes. And I want you to make a list of all the people that are in your community who helped you get to where you are today. Somebody helped you. Might have been a teacher, might have been a stranger on the street who just said the right words to you that day. Maybe it is your child. And I want you to make a list of all the people in your community who helped you get this far. I want to even challenge you just a little bit further. Pull out your phone, and I want you to send a quick text message. Send a thank you note, thanking them for their support today. They might need to hear from you. All right? So while y'all do that, we're going to go ahead and take a commercial break really quickly, and then we'll be back. So again, make your list of people. Send a quick thank you text message out to them. Let me know in the chat who you thanked, right? Because sometimes it needs to be out into the world, right? Let us know who you thanked, right? Also get your people in the room. Maybe you even tag that person to bring them into this conversation, because when I tell you, you do not want to miss all of the goodness that is about to take place. I'm not kidding. All right. So I'll see y'all in about 90 seconds. Cool. Ready, set, make your list, go.
Great day. It's your girl Asada here to introduce a new female solution show called Asada Says. That's right. Every month we're going to talk about everything I am, from cryptocurrency and financial security to good health and parenting strategies. Come on and talk with me every Tuesday morning from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And let's do that thing the way Asada says it should be done. See you then. Peace right here on the Female Solution.
Hey y'all, it's your girl Heather Bird here, the heartbeat behind Bird's World and Bird's World Publishing. And if you're watching this, it means that you're not just a dreamer. You are a doer, a visionary, someone who really understands the power of your story. And that's why I'm really excited to be able to invite you to our upcoming open house. This just isn't an event, right? It's a starting point for anyone who has ever thought about writing a book but didn't know where to begin or felt they lacked the time, the plan, or the support to get going. It's a celebration of community, transformation, and the beginning of a movement with your book. So during this session, you'll get a real sense of what Bird's World Publishing offers. We'll discuss our process of how we tackle some of the common challenges that a lot of authors face and introduce you to the resources to help you find the time, the plan, and the support to write your book. We believe in the growth, the change, and the magic that each page holds and that your story holds. Your story has power, and your words have an impact. Together, we can turn your message into a movement, y'all. So, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and RSVP now. Let's embark on this journey together. Click the button to reserve your spot now. Don't wait. And we can't wait to welcome you into Bird's World. See you soon.
Join us each week on Thursdays at 7 a.m. Central, live on Facebook and YouTube on the Female Solution page, as we dive into powerful topics designed to assist you in mastering your life force. Our conversations feature a diverse lineup of experts, all dedicated to your growth. Tune in weekly to discover new ways to elevate your spirit and raise your vibration. And remember, we are ascending.
All right. And we are back. And if you're just now joining us, welcome to All About Our Liberation, the podcast where we work collectively to remember, reclaim, and rebuild our way back home. Make sure y'all go ahead, get your people in the room, because you do not want to miss this conversation that we are about to have. All right. I told y'all this before. I gave y'all some time to get it together. Still get your tags in. Let us know where you're coming from so we can be active in the chat. And we are going to go ahead and get started, y'all. It is time for us to welcome our guests for this episode. And when I tell you, I'm about to tell the story about how we met. Like, we got to nerd out on some things when it comes to tech. But I am beyond excited to welcome Cassiopeia to All About Our Liberation, y'all. Cassiopeia is an entrepreneur, marketing strategist, and co-founder of TBM 360 and the Black Mall, where she helps Black-owned and small businesses grow through automation, digital infrastructure, and community-driven economic empowerment. With more than 20 years of experience in marketing, design, and business development, she helped connect thousands, y'all hear that? Thousands of businesses to millions of customers. I'm going to say that one more time. She has helped how many? Thousands of businesses to millions of customers, while leading impactful initiatives, including large-scale Juneteenth celebrations, Buy Black Friday campaigns, and Kwanzaa programming throughout Chicago. Cassiopeia and her husband, Dre, are graduates of the prestigious Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Business Program and have been recognized as winners of the Southside Pitch and WVON Pitch competitions for their innovation and impact in entrepreneurship. Through TBM 360, they also helped establish one of Chicago's first certified Go High Level agencies, supporting over 100 businesses with AI-powered systems, automations, and scalable digital infrastructure. Look here. If I said some words that did not make sense to you, we're going to break it down here. Ask some questions in the chat, and I bet you we can answer them for you. I am beyond excited. Go ahead, get your fingers ready, and help me in welcoming Cassiopeia to All About Our Liberation. Y'all give it up for my girl as she comes to the stage. Hey.
Hey, boo. Oh my God. That was humbling.
Thank
you.
That bio is, I feel like, only a snippet of what you have done for us in this community. And we are going to dive in even more to talk about what that even looks like. But first of all, thank you so much for being here with me, for being in conversation. We're going to have some fun.
We're going to have a lot of fun. I'm so grateful to be here. This is brightening my day. And weekend, it was a tough one, honey, but we made it through. And I'm just so grateful for family and friends, and what we like to say in our group, to families and friends, to families that's friends, and friends that's family. And you are definitely that for us. So let's get it. Let's liberate.
I mean, right. Let's begin to liberate ourselves, right? So this is a great segue, because as we're talking about family who are friends and friends who are family, and just that community in general, we had an opportunity to open up the space and have a conversation around a quote, right? African proverb: if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together, right? I
Yes.
When you first heard that quote, because when I think about just you and the work that you're doing in the community, you bring people along with you. So I just want to like get a little insight. When you first heard that African proverb, what came up for you, and how did that change how you move?
Well,
Mm,
I mean, what I think it did was you the smart one, you the literary genius here. Is it edify? Is that the correct word? Like,
yeah.
it's just what we've done naturally. Um I tell people, right? I grew up like a Cosby kid. Um I was raised by my mom and my grandparents.
Mm,
My grandfather, I believe, was the second Black pharmacist in Chicago. My
mm,
grandmother was she graduated high school at 16, went to DePaul,
come
was
on.
a became a Delta in 1921, and they were a Black family. Like, she was born in Chicago,
Hmm. Okay.
right? So I grew up in a really great home.
Mm.
Um, but we lived in Chatham, and y'all know how the hood is in Chicago.
Look
You
here.
don't,
That's my neighborhood too.
but you could have a block that's like birds and trees and flowers and green grass, and then and all the chirping. And then literally the next block is damn, you
Mhm.
know, but we all playing together. We all
Yes.
going to the same park. We are the same people. So as a child, it's just like, I don't realize it's a difference until you get old enough to really know the difference.
Yeah.
And so for me, it's just always been, I don't want to see like my neighbor, because the people on the block next to you, those are your neighbors,
Mhm.
struggling in such a way,
Hmm.
that you don't even understand. And they're literally like, they could be behind you. Like the people in the across the alley
Share an
are
alley. Yeah.
just as close to you as the people next door.
Yes.
But why is that block so different?
Mhm.
So bringing people along, it's like it just made sense. I always wanted to see that all of us in Chicago have that same experience. Like, everybody should be hearing birds chirp and be able to go to the park with
Mhm.
no problems.
Yeah.
So, it was like when I heard that quote, it was like, that's it. That's it. And I think the first person that actually said it to me, ooh, I could get choked up talking about this. This is
Mhm.
both me and Dre is one of our favorite mentors, Baba Ronald Kwesi Harris.
Mm.
Um, he passed in 2016. He wasn't just our mentor, he was everybody. This man was so phenomenal. And he brought such African pride and culture to people in a way that just even the folks that just wanted to reject it, they just couldn't.
Mm.
Just couldn't. You walk into his office and you're literally transformed to West Africa. Like, you're in it. It's like woof. Like, there wasn't a empty space on the wall, on the tables, on the shelves that did not point to some rich culture, artifact, symbol, pride, spirituality
Mm.
that came from all aspects of the continent. And he was one of the ones that said it, and we always talk about, he had all the isms. Anybody's familiar with Chicago rapper GLC. That's his brother.
Okay.
So, Baba Quasi had bars just naturally.
It's in the blood.
Yeah, it's just in the blood. Creativity, wordsmith, poetry was just, it just oozed out of him. So he embodied all of that. And both me and my husband, we gravitated towards him when he started working at Chicago State. And we were mini Quaisies. When he was so big that when he passed away, his funeral was in the convocation center, filled.
Wow.
Filled. Like he went from literally calling him Baba Quasi to King Quasi. But anyway, yeah, I could talk all day about this brother here, but yeah, that it was, if that quote found us.
Yes.
That quote found us, and it was like, oh, yep, that's our North Star.
Yes.
That's everything that we do is going to embody that.
Yeah. And sometimes you need language to be able to explain what you do naturally. And so I love that you said it edified you. I love to say thank you for that affirmation, right? Because sometimes when you're on a mission, you might be the only one on the mission or one of few on that mission. You need something to help fuel you, right?
Yeah.
And when you hear the words that you knew existed could come together, explain what you did, I feel like that quote, that proverb is something that I see y'all do every single day. And it allows me to know that it is possible to shift the trajectory of our community one person at a time. And that other person, we coming together, like, let's go, right? And so I'm always grateful for how you all show up in space. And thank you to the person who put that on your heart to let you know that you were on the right path, right?
Way fine. We thank God.
Thank you. My goodness, Ashe. Oh, so I mean, we in it. We having the conversations.
Yes.
And as you know, one of the things that we like to do here on All About Our Liberation is to invite people into the conversation. So this is never just about me and the guests. This is a communal conversation. So make sure you are active in the chat. If there is something that you resonate with, let us know. And we're going to create space to now highlight Cassie so that you could come. Yes, we gonna switch things around. We're gonna bring you to the spotlight, and we are going to have a conversation in letter form, right? What does it look like for us to be able to write a letter to a sister resistor? Because sometimes we need the invitation, right?
Yeah.
We were talking about words earlier and how the right words could set you on the path that you need to be on. And so I would love to be able to invite you to read your letter to a sister resistor and allow that to be a reflection and a conversation with the people who are watching. And then we're going to go ahead and dive in and have further conversation about this. So the floor is yours, my dear. Grace is with all wisdom.
So my sister here, my dear sister Heather here, Miss Bird, she sends me, the invitation to be on the show. And I'm like, absolutely, let's do it. Let's go. I can't wait. And then I read through the prereqs, okay? And I'm like, paragraph 3, okay. You gotta write a letter. I'm not a writer. I'm a speaker. I can talk all day, right? I do, you know what I'm saying? I can host. I can do those things. I'm like, write a letter. Oh my God. So I ain't gonna front on you all. I went to, everybody's best friend, Chizat, a GPT. But It embodies exactly what I'm saying, what I want to say. It's me. I'm not I'm not one of these. You do a chat and then you just send it off. Right? No, like it's got to make sense. It's got to it's just here to help me because I'm not a writer. So I pray that you all receive my letter and that it touches someone out there. So let me go ahead and pull it up. Of course, now there we go. I was about to say I can't find it. I had it up. All right. Sister, I write to you not from a place of knowing more, but from a place of feeling more. More tired of the pointing, more weary of the waiting, more aware of the quiet power sitting in our own hands. I hear it too. When are they going to change this? Why haven't they helped us with that? They don't really care about us. And every time something in my spirit sinks, not because the pain isn't real, but because I know we are speaking as if we are not the answer. Sister, when will me and mine stop looking over shoulders and start looking within? Because there is a calling older than our fear, deeper than our wounds, louder than their silence. You were not placed here by accident. Neither was I. Before a breath filled our lungs, we said yes to something, a role, a responsibility, a quiet agreement with destiny. And still we hesitate. We wait for permission from systems that were never designed to see us clearly. But what if liberation doesn't arrive through them? What if it rises through us? Through the moment you choose yourself, not as savior, not as martyr, but as a woman who finally believes her life carries assignment. Because, sister, I am not asking you to save the world. I'm not asking you to stand in you. I'm asking you to stand in your piece of it, to walk so fully in your purpose that it spills over into your home, your circle, your work, your voice. And when I do the same, and she does the same, and we stop waiting for they, something shifts. The language changes from them to us, from why haven't they to look what we did, from exhaustion to expansion. And suddenly, without permission, without announcement, we rise. Black women, you are already powerful, already able, already equipped. Even after everything, the unimaginable, the unspoken, the inherited weight, you are still here. This is not coincidence. This is confirmation. So no, you don't have to be the hero. Just be awakened. Just be aligned. Just be willing to take one step fully in your truth and watch how wings form. Because when one of us lifts, we create wind. And when enough of us rise, we don't just survive. We take flight with love, always beside you, never above you.
Okay, chat. Cassie came together and created a letter.
Now my writing was super, super long. So those are all my words. I'm just good with all of the flowery parts. The right article to make it.
I think you're underestimating yourself. Like the writing coach in me is like anyone can be a writer. Anyone has the opportunity. And because you speak, right? Sometimes it's about us being able to trust ourselves and believing that what we have to say that comes out, audibly belongs on the page.
Yeah.
But look here. What was that last line you read?
I got you. Always beside you, never above you.
Always beside you,
Yeah.
never above you.
Yeah.
So when you were writing this letter,
Mm-hmm.
what did you want to make sure that we all knew
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
important to receive?
Yeah. So that's the they, them, when, will, that's been a major irritant for me. Major. For so many reasons. It's so easy to complain, number one. But what does it do?
Yeah.
What does it solve? I like to solve problems.
Yes. Yes. This is why we get along real well. Like, there's a problem? Hold on.
Come on.
Let's figure out how to make this happen.
Yes. I
Yes.
love it. I like to see a resolution. Again, it goes back to me wanting to see everybody have a good quality of life.
Yes.
I want you to be on the block where the birds is chirping.
Yes.
But we gotta make the block. It's insane. It's insane to believe that someone that has oppressed you, that you look at as an enemy, a hater, right? It's insane to believe that they're gonna fix it. They don't want that for you. If they did, they wouldn't be hating or oppressing you or hurting you or killing you. Right? So there is no such thing as a they. It's no such thing. It's only what are you going to ignite? Because again, right, as a person that believes in destiny, I understand. Drake over there from teaching. I understand that we all have assignment.
Yes. There's a calling older than our fears.
Way older, right? Because when you really start digging deep spiritually, you're probably one of your ancestors returned to finish the mission that they didn't.
Hold on. What? Wait. What? Wait. Yeah. Wait a minute. I have not heard it put that way before.
We suffering so bad because we not doing what we supposed to be doing.
Oh.
And I'm telling you, slavery, it was masterful because not only did can you hear me? Okay. All right. Not only did, of course, oppression come out of all of this, but it shifted our minds so much that we don't even remember that we have our own abilities. Like we're such in a space of anger and resentment and all of those things that we get lost into like, well, just give it to me, make it free. But we don't realize that's actually holding us down too.
There's so much work to be done. There's so much work to be done.
And if everybody just does their work, not nobody else's. Not nobody else's. If you just do what you're supposed to do, the collection and the activity, it organically happens and it happens in order.
Yes.
You don't need to then save nobody. right? We're now just here supporting each other, right? We're going far together.
Together. And it's because we're listening to our assignment and not fighting the assignment, right? So speaking of that assignment, first
Yes.
of all, before we go there, thank you so much for leaning in. I know that sometimes when I invite folks to do things, right, it's a stretch. And that text
Listen.
message made me giggle. You were like, right? It's in the stretch, though, and you know this. It's in the stretch
Yeah.
that really beautiful things happen. So I want to
Yeah.
thank you for indulging me in the invitation,
Yes. Thank you.
and creating space for us to have this conversation, right?
You got it out. Trey just came in here and just gave a little bad bready face. I don't know what it means.
You might be mad that we having fun and he not a part of it. That's okay. It's all right. He said that's exactly what it is. Called it. You know what I'm saying? That's beautiful to me. Like thinking about how we want to be a part of the fun. We want to be a part of the evolution in the conversation and like be in each other's presence. Like that's a different type of love. That's a different type of community, right?
Yeah, it
And
is.
you've been building this for a long time. When we start talking about our assignments and you've been in the game for a minute. So tell us about how you got here. Like this started off with it started off before the Black Mall. Like it started off, like you said, on the block and realizing from block to block things are different, right? And
Yeah.
now you're in this solution-oriented space where you were now listening to the calling and the purpose that you have that is older than your fear. I love that line. I really love that line. And you are now moving towards creating space for our own liberation, right? So tell us a little bit about the Black Mall and how it has evolved into what has been built today.
Yeah. So for me, it starts with my mama. She Miss Sensei Butterfly or Mama Butterfly. She is the black sheep of my family, but the lightest thing out there. You see, imagine she's lighter than me, right? She's been an activist since her teenage years, involved with Black Panthers, with the National Black United Front, with Asala. She's actually currently a part of Asala and the UNIA. And she ensured, as I was growing up, that I understood African-centered thought, African pride, culture. She named me Cassiopeia because when she was younger, and she wanted to give me an African name, but she really didn't know any. But my grandfather used to always look at the stars and learn about constellations. And when she dug a little bit deeper on the constellation Cassiopeia, she found out that she was an Ethiopian queen. So that's how I got the name Cassiopeia.
Let's go, Mom.
Yeah, yes. Took me to all the Kwanzaa, celebrations. I'm at different meetings with her. I'm listening to her argue with everybody in the family about, Black pride, fighting the man and all those things. And, when you're little, you just kind of just listening and watching, grown folks be grown. You don't really quite get it. You're just like, stop arguing. But those are seeds being planted. So when I got to college, I was naturally attracted to the Black Student Union. And once getting involved in that, which was interestingly enough, the advisor for the BSU and the Coalition of Black Student Organizations was Anita Andrews Hutchison, who is the director of the It Takes a Village schools.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, like you know this is. Yeah, this is the powerful. And so they introduced us to the Ma'afa programs. We were a part of we were going to Mojo's Pen. It was just, I was in it. I was there because my mom had planted that seed. And then of course you get this confirmation from your peers, and then now you're all in.
right.
And then I pledged, Delta Sigma Theta, and I was, of course, attracted to Economic Development Committee. And I was all into, learning more about, for me, she was really into the cultural piece. I was like, there's something to this economic piece that has a huge impact on our culture. Right. And so that's when I started learning more about recycling the Black dollar. And so we were doing some Black dollar programs within my undergraduate chapter of Delta Sigma Theta Lambda chapter. And then after, of course, I graduated, me and my husband, we were together. We was just, boyfriend and girlfriend riding around the city, listening to Dead Prez, listening to Watch the Throne, right? Listening to, Black excellence. And then also my aunt, uncle, they went to Black restaurants like every week. Is what they did. And so all of those things just kind of made this rich gumbo, right? And we were able to come up with the Black Mall with some of our close friends, actually, Jamie, Jeremy, Donnie. Jeremy's Dre's little brother. And we was all in the room like, okay, what we gonna do about it? Like, what we gonna do to make sure that Black people, like, start buying Black? And we start knocking on doors to Black-owned businesses like, hey, are y'all marketing? Do people know about you guys? And they're like, marketing costs too much money. And so we were like, let's do a directory. And it's not that other directories didn't exist. So I'm not going to first. We got to shout out the Black Pages International from Eugene Delanato. And then the United Black American Progress Association, headed up by now ancestor Dr. Webb Evans, who had been buying Black and doing initiatives since 1952. We went to them and got permission because they were still very traditional way of getting this information out, utilizing, books, physical books. And so we were like, we need to make this thing digital and get out there, because now we can reach an even wider audience. And they gave us blessings. They even gave us listings. It was absolutely beautiful. We've been connected. Yep, absolutely. And that is a big, so I will scream their names to the mountaintop, do whatever they ask us to do, so yeah, so that's where it began.
And that's where it began. It has now evolved into something that is so beautiful that we bonded over probably like, it was a 2021, I think, maybe 2022. I can't believe we're in 2026. But we were at a conference together and just happened to be around each other. I don't even know who started the conversation first. But for those of y'all, do you remember? Like, I don't.
Yeah, that was
it was Sarita's Success Junkie.
Sarita's event. Yes.
Yeah. Shout out to Sarita Love.
Shout out. She's a master connector.
Oh my goodness. Like, her gifts. I gotta get her back on. I gotta get on this podcast because I had a conversation back in 2020. I need to get her back to have a conversation, right? But thinking about community and building and the resources that are around, we're in this same room. And the moment I remember is the moment where you pulled out your phone. And I was like, I want to stay in contact with you because we started nerding out on tech things. And for those of y'all who know me, my brain loves a good tech tool and will nerd out on it like nobody's business. And then I met Cassiopeia. And I was like, someone of my own heart. At one point I said, we're going to be best friends. And I was like, she probably thinks I'm nuts. But she whips out her phone and has this QR code on her phone that I scanned and did all this like amazing stuff with automations. And I was like, who this with? What are y'all? What is this thing? Right.
Yeah.
And started to learn. And I was familiar with the platform. But you all take it to a whole nother level that when I tell you it's like nothing that I've seen. And I've been with a couple of people, you know what I'm saying? So when we start talking about liberation, right? Because we're all about our liberation here on this podcast.
Yeah.
And we start talking about the evolution of the Black Mall to now TBM 360.
Yeah.
Talk about how this platform and all the things that you learned in college around the economics. And again, going back to your root of going back to the hood and making sure everybody has birds and trees and the resources that they need, right? Yeah. Talk about how TBM 360, first of all, talk about what it is. Yeah. And then its capability to be able to liberate you in your own way.
Come on now. You better say it like that. Oh,
I'm just saying.
So TBM 360 is, I want to make this as simple and non-techy as possible. It is your digital operating system, right? For your business. It handles your marketing. It handles your sales. It answers your phone. It sends out emails. It's in your DMs. It's posting your social. It's the necessary component of your business that you actually hate to do.
Come on with the descriptions. Yes.
It's that piece. And we teach you how to automate it. So that you can do less of that and get back to doing the thing that you really love, which is run your actual business, right? So, we want you to be really excellent at your product. Optimize that thing, optimize your service, and not be so overwhelmed and stressed by the other back end operations that you got to do, right? But you hate to do it. So let's help you automate most of those things. Let's help you get an AI agent if if the budget isn't there yet to get, a live receptionist. Or if you already do have if you do have employees, you can now elevate them in their positions, right? And let the system do all the mundane tasks that happen over and over again. Yeah. So that is TBM 360, in a nutshell, and what it does for people. So
absolutely. And for folks that are like, okay, this kind of makes sense, right?
Right.
A lot of us are operating in the day-to-day, right? We're just trying to keep ourselves afloat as entrepreneurs and understanding how the foundation of our business is going to allow us. What was that line again? The calling, there is a calling older than our fears. Like sometimes that calling requires us to do things that stretches us, right? Yeah. And so if we're being stretched in our business and we're not able to show up the way that we really need to. We need something that's going to help us move our business and our purpose forward, right?
Yeah.
So yes, we have a customer relations management system for those of you all who know what that is, right? And the way in which it runs is powered by AI so that you can be out here in these streets and liberate yourself from the day to day, right? Yeah. That's the thing that we get to see on on a regular basis, but I would love for you to talk about the larger impact
Yeah.
of what TBM 360 is actively working towards
Yeah.
on a daily basis. When again, we start coming back to the neighborhood, we coming back to the hood. What are you doing to help transform our neighborhoods when it comes to this platform?
Yes. So when we started the Black Mall, again, we understood that in order to have those beautiful birds chirping in our neighborhoods, we have to have strong economic foundations. Literally, your community has to recycle the dollar more within the community than without of the community in order for it to be a strong community. It's kind of like you can't have a stable household if all of the funds from your job is going to the house next door. What's going to happen? If all of my funds from my good job that I got is going to pay my neighbor's light bill, my neighbor's gas, my neighbor's water, and my neighbor's rent or mortgage, what do you think is going to happen to my house?
Mm-hmm.
My bills aren't going to get paid. So what's going to end up happening? I'm going to lose it.
Hemorrhaging all of it.
All of it. So when we don't own our own businesses in our own communities, literally the money is going out. And when the money goes out, it means that we can't provide jobs within. Now, a number that we learned a long time ago is that 80% of Black-owned businesses hire Black people no matter their background. So that means when we're upset about the youth, right? Because we love to be mad at them. When we're upset about the youth because they just outside, it's not because they're inherently bad.
Absolutely not.
It's because the resources are not given to them, right? The schools have taken out all of the trades and only say that there's one path to success, and that's not everybody's path.
Exactly.
So if I can't get a job in my own neighborhood, where else am I going to get a job from? Where? Nowhere. So I'm outside. Mm-hmm. And then we know that poverty and crime are also linked.
Along with education. But that's a whole nother podcast.
That's a part of the poverty piece. Right? Right. So all of these things, of course, are all linked to resources. So our solution is to help build Black businesses so that they are able to be the institutions in our communities that provide employment. Now, I can go super, super deep on this, and I can give you Dr. Claude's 5-story building. We're not going to go there. It's not necessary for this particular. We'll do it again later. Okay.
Part 2.
Right. Part 2. But just simply, when you have stable Black-owned businesses, they provide jobs. When people have jobs, including youth, then that means they're not outside. Just, at least not just outside too much. So when they're not out there, right, then they are being productive and contributing. And now we're increasing employment and reducing poverty and crime.
Yes.
Right? So when we started the Black Mall, we thought that it was an awareness issue. And that was a part of it.
Yes.
Right? People just did not know where to go and buy Black. Hence why we started a Black business directory. Mm-hmm. And then that took off and people started, we were a part of the Buy Black movement before there was one. Okay. We was the one people was like, I'm not, I ain't doing that. Right. And we had to convince, we had to educate.
Yes.
To why we had to celebrate, right? Because when you put a happy face on things, people are more, they're more attracted to
Yes.
it. So we
Yes.
did all of the things to start shifting our mindset. And then we saw that snowball of amazingness where we've got this whole Buy Black movement. Great. Then the pandemic hit.
Whew.
The pandemic hit. And 30% of Black owned businesses failed instantly. I mean, gone. As soon as it hit, over with. Done. Finito. So it was like, uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Got more than an awareness issue. We have a sustainability issue. So what do me and Dre do? We do what we always do. We go and do the shit that don't nobody else want to do. Sorry, I don't know if we
No, you good. Be you. Come on.
right. We do
Sometimes
all
it takes a good cuss word to get across what you need.
You gotta do that. But we do the shit that don't nobody else want to do. And that's actually go and start taking business classes. So we use we applied for grants, got a few of them over the next few years to sustain us while we went through WBDC, Chicago Urban League, Goldman Sachs, 10KSB, and then boom, my husband came back and was like, we gotta build a software that does everything. And I was like, there's no such thing.
Sounds like Dre.
I'm like, okay. And he kept going. He kept digging. He kept researching. He kept figuring out. He kept getting developers. And then finally, this one developer was like, look, you could pay me $1 million and I'm not going to catch up to this thing that already exists. So you all should get it. And then you can put more into it.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's what we did. And we found like, oh, this is it. This is the missing piece for our Black businesses that they need to go from being hustlers, right, to business owners, to then becoming institutions.
Mm-hmm.
Right? For those that want, because everybody don't want to be an institution or scalable. But we need a great portion of our businesses to become institutions and scalable. This is a need, guys. So, right? So we're here to help you learn how to build your operating systems, like I was talking about earlier. It's not sexy.
I mean, unless you're a nerd like me, it is. But
you can nerd out all day. There's a bunch of us that love to nerd out on this. But most of our business owners,
it's necessary.
Right. They're focused on their business, right? They're focused on, like I said, the product and the service. That's what they know best. Mm-hmm. But that operating system, right, it is a tough pill to swallow.
Yes.
But we do our best to make it plain and to find ways to implement it quicker.
Yes.
More efficient, so that you can, instead of you taking 6 months to build it out, we're taking maybe a week to build it out.
Yep.
Right? Now, this depending on where you are, that give or take, it's still up to you to invest. But literally, if you own it, you can get a really well-developed system for your business in a few days. Seriously, right? Yes. Because of the AI infusion, it's going to move. It's not smarter than you. It just moves faster than you. It just has all the knowledge.
Yes. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So that's how we want to see 10,000 small businesses.
There we go.
We want to get 10,000 just to start. 10,000 small businesses in the Chicagoland area to adopt this system, have their own operating system, and that will generate a $1.2 billion per year. Do you think that that's going to start to stabilize our community? Right? Do you think that after we start having businesses generating $1.2 billion a year, that we'll probably be able to start start employing people, right, in a sustainable fashion, not for a few months, but for
Absolutely.
some years, right?
Mhm.
And don't you think once we start stabilizing these jobs, right, our youth are going to now be our greatest asset?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
when they are good,
Yep.
everybody's good. You could go outside and now you know that they're here because once someone has when they're invested in something, they protect
Mhm.
it naturally. You don't have to lecture them on it. You don't have to
Mhm.
wag their finger on it. It's like, no, 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 no. I built that now.
Right.
I did that now. I cleaned that.
Ugh.
I worked there. Hey, bruh, move around. It will start to reduce the amount of people out here that are up to no good in our community.
Yes, because we got our hands in the things that need to be transforming the spaces that we're in, right? Like being able, whew,
And
being
then,
able, like you said, to put the power in our own hands. It's sitting in our hands. And it's just about being able to grab it. It's about taking a leap sometimes because the unknown can be scary, but that's what the community is for. That's
yeah,
where we're going to go far together because you're not just picking something up and being like, oh, well, now I got to figure it out on my own. No, there is a group of us that is here, including myself,
yeah,
right? That
yes,
wholeheartedly believes in this mission that I know is possible because I am also someone who was like, oh, problem? Let's figure out a solution and then let's execute on that solution to make it happen, right? So the community is here for you in
and they
order to make this happen.
absolutely. But like, I'm a challenge it just a little bit.
Come on.
When you walking in your destiny, it's not a leap. It's just a step. It's just a step. We're leaping because the ones that know our destiny and see that there's so many people that don't, we
Mm.
trying to carry everybody.
Oh, okay. Got me.
No. When everybody walks together, no one needs to be carried.
Mm.
And it's just a step.
So look here, you answered my last question around why is the conversation about our liberation necessary?
Mm,
And it was in that example.
mm,
It's
mhm.
it's that example of it can be that easy in terms
Yeah,
of us taking that step
yeah.
collectively.
I'm gonna give you one more. I'm gonna give you one more African proverb that Baba Quasi used to always say.
Mm,
To many hands make the work light.
facts. Facts.
It's so simple. It's so
Mm.
simple, but it does. What they do, what's that little test that they do when people put their fingers out? And then you ain't see, you just like it'll be like
Oh, and it's a round entity, and then you all able to lift up.
everybody's able to lift it. You can lift a
Yes,
person doing that with
yes,
the
yes.
fingertips when everybody puts
Mhm.
their fingertips in.
Whew, my word. My dear, this conversation, like you said, it's going to require a part two. It
Yeah.
really, really right? But we have to have this conversation
Yeah.
first before we
Yeah.
can even get to the part two because the systems exist. They are
Yeah.
here to hold you so that we can all move forward and further together, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And we have to understand the impact this is going to have. We have to understand the story behind it. Understanding, because I'm with you on that Chatham. I also grew up in Chatham. My block, amazing.
Yeah.
Block down and over, not so much, right? So
Mm.
how do we create this space where we can go outside, where we
Yeah.
can sit and remember the times when we knew our neighbors' names and everybody was looking out for the kids and the kids can play outside because we all have a better understanding of what it takes to get us there. That is deeper than just a system. The system is
Yeah.
just moving it along,
Yeah.
right? the root of why we're doing it is so much bigger than this. Talk about liberation. My goodness. And you are creating space that liberates us on a weekly basis, right? So, real quick, do us a favor and talk about how the community comes together on a weekly basis to make sure that you have an opportunity to get the infrastructure together in your business so we can meet this $1.2 billion revenue within
Come
cooking.
on, let's go.
Come on.
Every week, super friend Heather and the rest of our super friends, we all come together like Captain Planet. No, okay. When your powers combine. But seriously,
Yes.
that's what it is. We're coming together for our TBM 360 build-a-thons. And nobody does it like us.
Nope.
We started it. I'm starting to see that word be moving, Every time we make up something, we got somebody
trying to hold on to it. That's okay. But no, like you said, can't nobody do it like you.
They can't. It's okay. But literally, we come together to build. It is a free event. You can get a free trial of TBM 360 and get to building for free. Just all you gotta do is bring your laptop, bring your ears.
Yes.
Be ready to type, and you're supported through our super friends and our Urban Tech Heroes youth. So, right, not only are we helping small businesses, we are directly training youth ages 18 to 24. Actually, in some of our cohorts, ages 16 to 24 on how to become experts in TBM 360 to give assistance directly to small businesses. And then the super friends are going to take y'all. They come with their own set of next level skills like Heather, where you get your basic system built at a build-a-thon with the help of the Urban Tech Heroes. And then Heather's going to say, now that you're in a more sustainable place, let me get you to the scalable place. And she going to begin automation and take you to a whole nother level. It's a solid community. We got people coming because this builder, we're doing the same thing every week. But we got folks coming back and back and back and back and back to get it better, to do more, and to just be in community. We've got TBM 360 users that are saying they show up to these. Their systems are built out, but they come to the TBM 360 because they want to work with other people. Yes. They love the collective building. And then we also highlight and show off what's new and all the new cool techie toys inside of TBM 360, which makes it so fun, right? And then for people that are not sure, they started a business or they've got a business and they know that they need to get their operating system together, it really just gives them the education, insight, and knowledge to say, oh my God, this is something I can actually do. I literally had a client that we had been working with all the way back from the Black Mall from 2011, a vendor, and she does hard work. She does lipsticks, and lip glosses, all natural, Fetish Cosmetics by Robin Wheeler. And she said she had been avoiding building a system for years because it was daunting.
Yeah.
The thought of it was daunting. But then she was like, I can't build a thought and I should have been here. I should have did this. If I would have known that it could have been this simple to put together, I would have did it. And And it's not always that simple. We've worked hard with Heather, with Doc, with Chuck, Aaron, Tyrone, Andre, Craig to make it simple. We have worked tirelessly and we're so grateful for you guys.
We put in some hours. So who knows how many hours y'all have put in. The dedication is real. And I want to thank you for the work that you do to put in to make sure that we have this space to do this work. It is not go unnoticed. I am so grateful for you all every single week that we get to share space with one another. And I'm telling you, y'all want to be a part of this space. So every Wednesday, we have a build-a-thon that comes up. All right. So look here. Today is Monday. Wednesday, I want to see y'all in the room. So y'all can register for our next build-a-thon at build.tbm360.biz. Come to the next build-a-thon, see what we are all about, and find ways to help liberate yourself from the day-to-day in your business so that you can show up in the way that you were designed to show up, to do the things that you love to do in your business. Come on, that is priceless. And you have people coming through the door on a regular basis, and you're not doing it alone. Y'all know me, and y'all know how I feel about going together, right? We're not doing this alone. So make sure y'all check us out at the next Build-a-thon. Cassiopeia, my dear, thank you so much for being a part of this space, for having this conversation, for bringing us all along on this journey, because I learned so much from you all every single day. And I am so grateful for the ways in which you show up for us. And so y'all are liberating me on a daily basis.
We are liberating each other. We are so grateful for you all. We wouldn't have been able to put this together without you all. So I'm grateful. And I'm excited for what we're going to keep on building.
Keep on building. We're going to keep on liberating. All right, y'all. So if this conversation speaks to you, make sure y'all join me in 2 weeks as we continue our journey of healing, writing, and remembering who we were before the world got a hold of us. All right. And if this is something that has brought any sort of interest to you, if it piqued your interest just a little bit, all right, you want to make sure that you like, share, comment, and subscribe to Blue Bird's World, because we're going to have more episodes to come. Look here, come check out Cassiopeia, Dre, myself, Chuck, Doc, Aaron, Craig, Andre, all the super friends. Come on a weekly basis. Come see what this can do for you. When I say I get truly excited for everything that we do, it is no joke. All right. So, I appreciate y'all for being here with us. Until next time, with love and all of the liberation, I will see y'all in 2 weeks. All right. Bye, y'all. Love ya.
We've come to the end of our show today. If you missed any broadcasts, go to our website for the audio and video archives at www.thefemalesolution.com. On behalf of our team of radio hosts, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussions. And to our global family joining us from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, xie xie. India, zhanyavad. Japan, arigato. Korea, kamsamnida. Russia, spasiba. Germany, danke. Poland, dziękuję. France, merci. Spain, gracias. Italy, grazie. Egypt, shukran. Ghana, madasi. Nigeria, eshe. South Africa, ngiyabonga. Senegal, jareh. Kenya, asante. Israel, toda. Pakistan, shukriya. Afghanistan, tashakur. Saudi Arabia and Palestine, shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Thank you, and may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.